What's up, y'all? I'm back. Happy New Year's, January 1st, 2025. I want to get this party started. I'm going to talk about the things that have been happening around the world, such as the drone still. Let me give you a little update. So, it seems that New Jersey and other states have placed a ban to ensure that no one uses drones in the skies at this time. However, despite them putting up restrictions, there are still drones in the air. They're either drones or, like I said before, this may be the breakthrough that everybody been waiting for, the scientific breakthrough, because NASA couldn't tell us what UAPs are. Okay? Um, for those of us who already knew beforehand, we're not dumb. We know what time it is. All this alien or extraterrestrial stuff has been happening since ancient times. We all know this. At least some of us do. If you start paying attention to the myths, as they call them, myths, they're based on actual events, and they want us to think that they're not real. But anyways, it's whatever. For those that do believe, I hear you. And let's talk about the changes in the world that's going to be happening. For one, you guys already know that as of January 20th, there'll be a new president of the United States. I'm not going to get into no politics with anyone. That's not what my channel is about. Whatever is your party is your party. However, I'm looking at it on the bigger picture. Okay? I don't stand for either side. I stand for the side of the people. We, the people, all of us. Because at the end of the day, they don't care two F's about none of us. So anyways, to begin this video continually, let's get back to that topic of the UAPs. All of a sudden, they talk about drones, drones, drones. Everything's a drone now. It's almost like they forgot the so-called event about these UAPs that have been happening for quite some time. I think that when President Trump enters the White House, you guys will see a whole lot of changes, not just here, but also all around the world as China gets ready to take over Taiwan. Oh, yeah, people, it's time to pay attention. There's a lot of things happening around the world, man. Sometimes we have to poke out our heads, man, a little bit and breathe and see what's going on around us. Because at the end of the day, change is coming. Now, whether you believe that Jesus is really coming, y'all in for a surprise because y'all going to see who Jesus really is. Is he a good person? Is he a bad person? I clearly believe he's the good person that everyone spoke about. But I know some people is going to say that he doesn't exist or never existed. It's a Roman invention. But hey, to each his own. Once again, I'm not here to tell you to believe me. It's your choice. However, I've always said that I personally believe that Jesus, the one called Jesus as a human, is basically Enki, the Sumerian god Enki, the one who protects humanity, created humanity within her sag. The story goes even further back, man. That's why it's great to research into the history of early men, not just the Sumerians, also other ancient cultures, so you can gain understanding on what has been happening on this planet for many, many years and thousands of years. There have been those who have been lying to, the citizens of the world simply because it is beneficial to them to see that extraterrestrials do exist. Now, if they can have contracts with them, whereas they get technology and in return, who knows what happens, right? I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm getting at because you can see it in two different ways. They're either, you know, the good people or the bad people, or the bad people pretending to be the good people. You got to always remember that part. So if you believe that this time around Jesus is coming, you're about to see the fake Messiah first, which apparently seems to be happening little by little. There's a guy in the Middle East, in Israel, who has the attention of a whole lot of people in Israel. Yes, Jews. And you get to see that everybody's kissing this guy's, excuse me, everybody kisses this guy's hand. They call him the Yanuka. Now, of course, people will be like, oh, I'm wrong for saying what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you never know. I mean, I could be wrong, yes. But we are told, why, in the Bible, if you believe in the Bible, that there will be one who's going to claim to be the Messiah. But it won't be him. It actually would be someone else, someone who's against him. All these things that are happening today, guys, are connected. Whether it makes sense or it doesn't, I say research, because at the end of the day, when you research all these things, you'll realize that, man, there's a lot of things that we ain't told. It's like you have to figure it out for yourself. It's like choosing to go to a library of books and decide whether you want to read all those books or some of those books, or just walk out the door and gain no knowledge because you chose to leave the library. I happen to be one of those people that, I mean, call me a nerd or whatever, doesn't matter. Um, there's a lot, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot going on this planet. A lot of things. From consciousness being awakened, where many of us see that we are a lot more than what we have been told that we are, which is human beings. Um, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. It's just, we live in a society where, you get judged for speaking about spiritual things. Not just spiritual things, but things that you believe can be connected to science. But of course, there's a lot of things that are going on this planet, man. It's just sad that so much, so much. And as you guys already know, that Diddy stuff and all that, and this is not a channel for that, because you guys know I don't get into. But at the end of the day, everything is connected. Nothing is a mistake on this planet. Everything happens accordingly, whether good or bad. All we have to do is pay attention, because there's a lot of things that are happening now. If you remember, I mentioned before the Georgia Guidestones. Check those out. Yes, I know they're destroyed now. They were taken down supposedly by some people that were against all that stuff and whatever, whatever. It could have been planned for someone to do it, and they already knew in advance that it was going to happen, so they let it happen. Um, Clearly, the Georgia Guidestones have a story to tell for those who can really pick up on it. You know, you would think that when it says maintain humanity under 500 million people, okay, we're talking about some type of law to keep the population down. And if you check ancient mythology, as they call them, right, into the gods and all that, the people in the gods and all that good stuff, they would tell you that the gods themselves, at least in depending on what god story you're reading, that their gods want to keep the population down from human beings. So if you start with the ancient Mesopotamia, which happens to be the first civilization, Enlil was said to be the one who didn't like the growth of population of human beings. Now, of course, once again, you can either say this is myth because that's how they pass it on, right? It's myth, and since it's so myth, um, they're trying to tell us that these gods of the myth are supposed to be fake, right? But we're about to find out that they're not fake because they're coming back to this planet, clearly. Clearly, that's the whole picture here. These higher beings, or call them whatever you want to call them, guardians, call them aliens, extraterrestrials, non biologics, You can also call them third dimensional biological entities, which is something that we are ourselves. You name it. But at the end of the day, I think that it's time, 2024, now 2025, the time for everybody to start paying attention to everything because everything is coming into order. You guys remember they did this from the very beginning. It's all planned out. It happened many times over and over. What do you think these great resets have been about? Okay? The super rich hiding in these little bunkers while they get rid of the whole population and bring it down some. Because we got 8 billion people on this planet. And at the end of the day, let's remember they don't give two F's about any of us. They do not. All they care about is fulfilling their own agendas. So you could choose to believe or you could choose to disbelieve in anything I said. And I respect that. I'm not here to disrespect any form of religion of any kind, even though I believe that everything is connected. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, um, Islamic, or it doesn't matter what it is, Hindu, uh, whatever religion that you are today, it's all connected. Everything is connected. Everything. I'm sure you guys always hear people that talk about star seeds and indigos and all that type of stuff. Because at the end of the day, once again, like I said earlier, we are a lot more than what we're told we are when we're on planet Earth. So, with that in mind, I'd like to say thank you for the subscribers that continue to come on my channel. Um, Thank you for those that stuck by. Yes, I said I was gonna mess with these shorts, which I will continue to post YouTube shorts. I will continue to post videos, even though my videos are gonna be quite random. All I ask is that when you come here to my channel and hear all the knowledge I'm giving you, whether you agree or disagree, please hit the like button. I mean, it's not gonna hurt. It isn't going to hurt anyone. Just a simple like button to show me support. That way I can rise this channel up like everyone else is rising up, little by little in their own ways. Just like I said, I was going to connect OBS system to this, but I am still one of those people that I am not that intelligent to mess with the OBS. So it's going to take me a little bit until I get used to it. And then as we go on, I'll start putting more clearer videos where you don't hear background noises and all that good stuff. Just saying, I don't want my channel to be no podcast or I want my channel to be a lot different than how everybody else have their channels. I'm just trying to build it up as we go. Don't make me feel like a store owner that, you're going to come, you're the customer, you're coming into my store, grabbing my products. Okay, all my products, you're grabbing them because you're gonna buy them, right? So it's not like I'm not gonna let you walk in my store and then go out with a hands full and you gave me nothing for it. That's why I ask if you guys can hit that like button on the way in or on the way out, whichever you choose, because that's showing my channel some support, and I respect that and I thank you for it in advance. But trust me, you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this channel, y'all, because I really go in on all these videos, whether you believe me or not. The only difference is I know how to approach certain things, just like others do. You just gotta know how to present it correctly, because sometimes people may take things into the wrong. Uh, they might think it in a wrong way, think it's something else when it really isn't. It's just about educating people. That's what my channel is about. Education. Educating others as well as exchanging with others so that we learn from each other. Because I'm that type of person. I'm not no egotistical individual where you have these spiritualist guys or whatever these channels are, some of them, and I think they get a little bit too over their head, with some things. But I'm not here to BS any of you guys. I'm here to be 100% with y'all. You know, uh, to introduce you to knowledge you probably never heard before, and then knowledge you heard before, as you already seen my videos before. Um, yes, I mentioned Valiant Thor because that's something I started with in the beginning, but I can do a whole bunch of variety of things. Of course, I would um, definitely answer any questions that any of you have regarding any of my videos that I've posted, even past videos like the Valiant Thor story. Um, there's quite a whole bunch of stories that I put up. You guys just got to check those videos up and hit me up on the comments section and let me know how you feel about these videos I'm posting. Do you like that I'm posting all this stuff? You know what I mean? Do you guys like that I talk more about UAPs? I'm gonna be all everywhere, in other words, because that's what my channel's about. I'm everywhere, everywhere. The topics will be about anything and everything, every time, because I want to be straight up. Let's talk about the world news. You know what I'm saying? Let's not keep swimming and not putting your head up out the water. You got to put your head out the water so you can breathe. And what I mean by that is that it's time to pay attention to what's going around the world, y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next video.